Alright, I'm here with the band Decoded here on KDUP. So how about you guys start off by introducing yourselves and your band?
My name is Amy.
I am the bass player.
Yep. I'm Heather. I'm the drummer.
I'm Derek, guitar and singing.
Sweet. So how would you guys describe your sound, and then from that, like, some of the bands that influence you guys?
We call it organic rock. It's just basically very natural, raw, alternative, and influences. Sometimes we describe ourselves, we all have separate influences, but sometimes our sound-wise, it's kind of like a cross between a Nirvana and like a White Stripes type thing.
Cool. So, if you guys are like traveling on the road, what's a typical like music playlist you guys might have?
Oh, we brought like this trip. Someone had given me a bunch of new CDs, so we've been listening to a lot of new stuff. And then Derek had just been to Amoeba Records in Hollywood. He bought some old stuff, just like cheap CD bend stuff. So it's been like quite the mix we've been listening to.
We listened to Allman Brothers,
Yeah.
Motley Crue,
Yeah. ZZ Top.
ZZ Top Replacements, Tom Petty,
Yeah. Sonic Youth, right?
Sonic Youth.
What's some new stuff? The Royal Blood. We listened to a live Gary Clark, right? Is that what his name?
Gary Clark Jr.
Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah.
disc. That one was good.
Yeah.
Very bluesy.
Yeah, we have like
We got a really eclectic mix going on right now.
That's
even
always
Robert playing Alison Krauss. We did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds
Yeah.
pretty diverse there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
If you
dude.
guys could collaborate with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be?
David Bowie.
Any musician. Wow, that's kind of a tricky one. I would say I would want to collaborate with Steven Tyler or Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Or both. Both of them. I choose both.
I could have answered that question for her. I would choose Matthew Bellamy from Muse.
Nice.
Yeah.
All good answers. Produce some interesting music. So what are some of your guys' favorite towns or venues to play? Like, what has been sort of the best experience on your tours?
I think all of our favorite venue is Big T's in Redmond, Oregon.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
We played there in Halloween. It's a strip club.
It's awesome.
It's amazing. It's the second time playing there.
Second time there. Everyone there is so
We'll be there
rad
again.
and cool and fun. It's pretty much like the greatest place.
Yeah, next Halloween we hope to be there again.
Yeah.
That's the favorite place. In Los Angeles, our favorite place is the Viper Room. We also like Hemingway's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So outside of music, what do you guys like to do?
This is it.
Showers. We take showers. I'm a big fan of, I don't get to do too much in Los Angeles anymore, but I'm huge into snowboarding, skateboarding, outdoors, hiking, camping, fishing, boating, that type of stuff. But it's very tricky. You kind of get sucked into the LA warp a lot and don't get out to do that stuff very much.
Yeah, I like sports a lot. I mean, we don't get to play it anymore. Just too busy with music and everything. I do like to read a lot too. But this pretty much consumes everything, every fiber in me.
Yeah. So you guys are pretty devoted to the whole music thing right now, I would say. Nice. That's always good. So, do you guys have like a personal favorite song of yours, either to play live or because it has like some special importance to you, or anything?
We have this new song called Love is Dead. It's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a new favorite of mine to play live. It's a really fun tune, and then the end gets like real hard at the end. It's pretty fun to jam on that one. It's definitely one of my favorites. I think I like playing our song Last Night a lot. It's got a lot of cool drum fills and drum beats. That one's fun for me to play too.
I have to mention Topanga, which is the name of this tour, and the reason why we're getting played on a lot of radio stations. It's that song. So we usually close our sets with that song, and it's usually
It's a
crowd
fun one.
favorite.
Crowd favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. So, when you guys are writing your lyrics for your songs, first of all, who writes the lyrics?
He does most of the lyric writing.
So what's some of the inspiration for that? Is like personal experience or like some other sources?
I dig in a lot of different areas. I like to write about how we think as people a lot. Kind of psychology. I like to write about that kind of stuff. I like to write about lawnmowers.
Lawnmowers, landscaping, gardening.
Is that
Those are
what is that?
some of our favorite things.
I think it's a leaf
I
collector.
think they do these leaf sucker things out here.
I think it's carrying an elephant.
One came down the
back
street we stayed on this morning. Sucked up all the leaves.
there. I write about experiences, with people. I don't really have any love songs. I mean, except for the one called "Love Is Dead."
I don't know if it's a love song.
That song.
It's an anti-love song.
We're gonna release that song at the beginning of 2015, but it's actually that song is about how we think love is dead, and I haven't really found it, but I still believe in it, even though all the signs point to it's not here anymore.
Right.
I still hold on to hope.
Nice. So, what is your either dream record label to be signed to or a dream tour to be on? Like what bands?
I can easily answer that, but I'll let you guys go first.
I guess we all have our own answers for
Yeah.
that, really.
Yeah.
What's that? I think Sony's a really good label. They're kill. And I'd be super down to go on tour. I guess with Muse, that'd be pretty sweet.
Labels? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know much about the labels, but maybe I know Red Bull Records is pretty rad, and you
That was my
probably
answer.
get a ton of free Red Bull, which I consume a lot of.
You're missing
Red Bull
you're missing a
stickers, Red Bull
key.
T-shirts.
You're missing a key placement right here. She drinks a Red Bull before every show.
Oh, yeah, I do. I drink one Red Bull an hour before every show I play.
Yeah.
It's just like a thing. I also brush my teeth before every show.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a weird sports players are superstitious, so am I. I have to have a Red Bull an hour before every show. So Red Bull, and then I guess Dream Tour for me would clearly be opening up for the greatest
Aerosmith.
American rock band that ever lived, Aerosmith.
Well, my answers were answered both in there. Touring with Muse, which is my favorite band, and Red Bull Records, which I think is an amazing record label. They really do things really good. So.
Nice.
And free Red Bull.
Yeah. That's always nice. So, do you guys have any guilty music pleasures or music that you may or that people may not expect you to listen to?
Sometimes I listen to Taylor Swift.
No shame.
She's
Yeah.
a great songwriter.
I will admit that if a Britney Spears song comes on, that I usually will turn it up and dance. But old school Britney.
I bought the newest, which isn't new anymore, Miley Cyrus CD.
No, I didn't know that.
She's really smart. It was the greatest marketing campaign in history. I had to be a part of it.
That's funny. That's a good question.
But I've also bought Swift, Gaga, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
All of it.
Nice. Just have a couple questions left.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Do you guys have any favorite gear that you use on stage? Anything that you're really crazy about?
Yeah, I have this really particular setup, but it's really simple. I use a Silvertone amp, a Twin 12, and it's my sound. That's what I use, and then mixed with a big muff pedal, and then an octave pedal or a whammy pedal, actually by Digitech. Those are the two pedals I use, nothing else. And and then my guitar is a Les Paul, and it's a very unique sound, and that's what I have to have.
Mhm. Yeah, his amp's pretty dope. It sounds awesome. I have to play with my Vader 5B drumsticks. Have to. I don't know. Nothing else is just right. Nothing else is right. Yeah. I also play on I play on a Drumcraft drum kit. They are a German drum company. Sick, just awesome maple drum kit, matte black finish. It just sounds great. It looks good, and yeah, I really enjoy playing on it.
I'm not too picky about most things on stage, but I gotta use my bass. I play Rickenbacker bass. I absolutely love it. I love the company. They're based in California, and I really couldn't get any better than that bass.
Yeah, pretty much every bass player that is around will always comment and say, "Sweet bass."
Yeah, nice Rickenbacker.
Sweet Rickenbacker.
Yeah.
It is a sweet Rickenbacker.
Yeah.
Awesome. Last one I got. What's the story behind the name?
The name is again going back to psychology and all that. I'm very interested in how we work as people. And Decoded is kind of, we go through our lives. Have you been able to see my pants all my bare leg the whole time? Or my sock? We basically go through our lives trying to figure out who we are and everything that we do. A lot of us know exactly what we want to do. Not everybody does. Thankfully, we do. But you go through your life trying to figure out how to act in certain ways and how to respond to certain things and kind of decoding like your inner code.
Right.
Or your makeup, and Decoded is the past tense of it, so it's like you figured yourself out. For us, it was really a trial and error of what kind of sound we were going for. Well, for me personally as a musician, before this band, and I mean, we've all ourselves played with so many musicians, and we finally got the right mix right here, the three of us and the sound, and it's a real blessing, and it's actually like the name Decoded has become more true and fitting as we've grown. So it really works out.
Sure.
Nice.
Put my phone on there.
It's always good
I was
to
having a
have
real moment right there.
I know. My bad. Blame it on Erica.
Jesus. I actually don't have my phone on there either.
Yeah, I'm just glad it didn't ring.
Yeah, real man.
Hang your head.
Well, it's always good to have a story behind the name. It's always nice. So that's all the questions I have. You guys want to plug anything or talk about anything else?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're on tour right now. It's called the Topanga Tour.
Mm-hmm.
It consists of 14 shows, and it's also this radio promo tour. We're stopping by a total of, I think, 7 stations.
Mm-hmm.
And our song Topanga got played on, I think, like 119 college radio stations, so that's really amazing. And so we're supporting it on the road right now. The tour tonight, we're playing at Ash Street Saloon in Portland, Oregon, and we're really excited for it because we've heard great things about it.
Yep.
We'll be playing at 10:30 p.m. and the tour concludes on November 13th at the Viper Room in Los Angeles. But so far, I mean, everything's been amazing. You can find us at decodedband.com. or Facebook, we're Decoded Music, Twitter, we're Decoded_music, Instagram, we're Decoded Band, SoundCloud, we're Decoded Music, and YouTube, we're Decoded Station.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Nice.
And
Boom.
thank you, KDUP, for having us.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks for coming in.
Heck yeah.
We haven't even had coffee yet.
Yeah,
so.
we're not coffeeed.
Yeah,
right
no
now.
food or anything. I mean,
And
this
yeah,
is pretty good.
it was a struggle, but this was good. Yeah, this actually wasn't that bad.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Cool.
Well, thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks a lot.